Uh, so, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a refreshing break. Let's dive back in and continue where we left off. Looking forward to your energy and engagement in this next session. It is a great privilege to introduce Professor Dr. Samuel Gordon Singh, a renowned academician and researcher whose contributions to botany, environmental sustainability, and biotechnology have significantly advanced scientific understanding in these fields. Currently serving as the professor and HOD of Botany Department at St. John's College, Agra, Dr. Singh brings over 3 decades of experience in teaching, research, and academic leadership. His expertise spans multiple domains, including algae biotechnology, biofertilizers, biosystematics, with a strong focus on sustainable solutions for environmental challenges. A dedicated researcher, Dr. Singh has successfully supervised multiple PhD scholars, published extensively in peer-reviewed journals, and played a key role in a national and international conferences, seminars, and symposiums. His pioneering work in plant science, particularly in bacterial research, ecological conservation, and bioresource management, has earned him numerous applauds and fellowships from prestigious scientific societies. Beyond research, Dr. Singh has actively contributed to academic development through his role as an administrator, mentor, and policy advocate for higher education and sustainability initiatives. As a key speaker at this international conference on sustainable research, he brings a wealth of knowledge and a vision for a future where science and arts go hand in hand. His insights will undoubtedly inspire researchers, academicians, and industry experts to explore innovative and impactful solutions for a more sustainable world. Now, I make a humble request to Sir to kindly deliver his talk. Sir, whatsoever assistance you need, you just let us know.
Thank you so much, Professor Rachita Sharma ma'am. First of all, I'm grateful to Pahal Horizon for giving me this opportunity. And the entire committee, the organizing committee of this international conference on sustainable research. Now I would like to share, I request you to please let me share my screen so that I can go through my lecture.
Sure, sir. I request team to kindly see. Sir, have you started your presentation mode?
Yes, it is all here. Just guide me.
Have you shared your screen, sir? Hello, sir.
Yes.
Are you
It is.
sharing your screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen, but it's not coming. Now we check it. Is it coming?
Yes, but you have to go to your presentation. This is your screen sharing. You can do one thing, sir. Just stop your screen sharing and then reshare.
Why it is not coming? On the left side, there is stop sharing.
Yes. Stop
So
sharing.
I've stopped it.
Okay.
Then again, the
Now
coming
go
is
again
share.
on share. Yes.
Yes, yes. The screen window or tab to share contents. Then
It's good.
window or
Okay.
entire window.
Window.
Window. Then you
Choose
internet.
the PowerPoint.
Okay.
Share.
That's what it is not coming. There's some problem.
Sir, one thing you can do, you can mail it to Devyansh, and then Devyansh can share it, and you can deliver a lecture.
Sir, one thing you can also do, you can share your entire screen and then we can see, because your entire screen is sharing. You're able
Yeah.
to, yeah. Just stop and then reshare the entire screen.
I've done that also. Is it there?
No.
So how can I send? Should I send my this thing on WhatsApp to ma'am?
Um,
Please share your
yes.
ID with sir. Please share your
Okay.
ID and directly.
Okay. I'm writing my mail ID. Please share on it. So please share in this mail ID.
Is it in chat box?
Yeah, it is in chat box.
Sir, it is in chat box, sir.
Ma'am, this ID is also not working properly. It's not opening.
So
Hello,
you
ma'am.
try to reshare it. Your screen was visible once, so it will be there.
It is. Is it now visible? No.
So it takes 5 to 10 seconds, but maybe it may get visible. No, sir, it's not. Sir, are your daughters there at residence?
No, she's not there.
They would have been helpful.
So, what is your situation, sir? You are sharing or unshared your screen? Okay, yeah, you are sharing.
It's coming now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you put it in
Yes,
slide
sir,
share
it's
mode?
there.
Sure,
It's
sure.
there, sir. It's there.
Right. So can I start now?
Sure, sir. Sir, keep it on presentation mode, if possible.
Yeah,
Run it on presentation mode, sir.
right.
It's it's in the right side before the zoom in, zoom out option.
No, it's okay. Ma'am, it's okay now? Hello?
Sir, yes, sir. Uh, it's still not on presentation mode, but
It is there.
we are able to see your slides. So you can just, sir,
But I
please
I
change
think
it.
now it is full screen now.
Yes.
My
So
side it
please
is on.
change it to second slide. Please change it to second slide. Just want to see whether it's moving or not.
Is it moving?
No, sir.
But in my side it is moving.
Sir, please guide sir how he should proceed.
Sir, are you in presentation mode?
Yes, I'm very much in presentation mode only.
Okay, just minimize it or go back to your normal slide.
Yes.
Okay, now try to go to second slide.
Yes.
Still, it's okay. Yeah. So, sir,
But
please
now it is
proceed.
not.
Now
So, yeah, no,
it's moving, sir.
it's
No, it's
moving, but
moving, but it is showing all the slides, not in that slideshow mode.
yeah, that sometimes not works. So
Okay.
we can proceed with this, sir, if you are okay.
Okay. Then I'll do like this only. Right. This is my first slide.
Okay, thank you.
So, good afternoon, each and everyone present in this conference. And on behalf of the Department of Botany and Department of Biotechnology, I welcome you all. Since there were many titles and topics in this conference, and I'm dealing with mostly with the study of algae that is called phycology. And once UN gave this slogan a long back, future food for the universe. So I thought this is a very good platform where I can share the slogan given by UN a long back to the universe, to the world. And the topic of my presentation is emerging trends in developing algae as a sustainable food source, exploring the future of algae in global food system. So all of us know that our world is a world of algae because we know that two-thirds of the universe, the surface area of the water, surface of the earth crust is full of water. So algae are all around us, and mostly they're found in water that may be in freshwater forms like rivers, ponds, waterfalls, springs, ditches, etc. However, a large amount of algae is found in ocean and sea. Some of the algae they are found in terrestrial region also, wherever there is a little moisture or water. So in that way, algae are cosmopolitan. They are found in Antarctic Ocean waters, hot springs, caves, deserts, and even in jet streams. Many millions of years ago, oxygen produced by
Sir,
algae.
sorry to interrupt, but
Yes,
slide is first. We are able to see only first slide, sir.
but I'm giving a brief introduction of algae right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, algae comprise an astonishing diversity of species and contains some of the world's oldest and most unusual creatures that come in an amazing variety of size, shape, colors, and lifestyle. It is said about algae that algae are as minute as a pinhead and as large as a big tree. They vary in size from a pinhead, that is micron, to several meters. Up to 200 feet or say 60 meters, algae have been recognized So they are diverse in nature. They are aquatic organisms. There are they are microalgae or macroalgae both. And since they are very rich in proteins, minerals, vitamins, and so on, so mainly most of the countries who are aware of this, they are focusing on the cultivation and culturing algae. And many policies have been coming up for the production of algae. So now you can see the wonderful world of algae, the ocean and sea, in marine forms, they are full of algae. As I told you, they are micro or macro both, and there are plenty of algae which are very beautiful, and they give a delight to see. As far as since we are coming to know through various researches about the utility of algae, so now the market, uh, many products are coming in the market. Mainly, the new emerging field of algae is in the field of biofuels, which are which are very cheap in the countries wherever they are being produced by industrialists. So biofuel is one of the one of the emerging field in algal production. And most of the algae is also being used in food resource. They are being used as animal feed. And every medicine, I think, contains uh, algae in one form or the other, along with the cosmetic use. If we see the market, which is rising, this is the data from 2019 to 2025. Recent data is there. The market value in billions, it is towards, it is day by day, it is achieving more and more market value. So algae is gaining attention in that way as a sustainable food. Since uh, I put this topic for sustainable food, so that's why algae is gaining attention. That's what I want to share with you. And since it has very high nutrition content and low environmental impact, and its ability to grow in diverse conditions, algae can be grown in any of the conditions, provided that conditions suits it. As we face increasing food security challenges because of urbanization, because of formation of high rises, because of deforestation, and because of environmental degradation. So algae is giving an offer and a promising solution for its market value. So here are some emerging trends in developing algae as sustainable food source. As I told you that algae are very rich in nutrients, particularly spirulina, which is also called single cell protein, along with chlorella. So they have very good nutrient contents. They are rich in proteins, they are rich in vitamins and essential fatty acids. Especially in our region, it is being given to the malnourished people, malnourished kids, children, and for that, many research are coming up. Research in increasingly focused on optimizing the nutrient profile of algae, making it suitable for a variety of dietary needs. So these algae-based products are being developed for both human consumption as well as animal feed. The countries where algal products are already very much popular, like Japan and China, lot many varieties, lot many dishes are being prepared for consumption, and people are using. These are the delicacies of that particular countries. Since we have come to know about many varieties and good sources of proteins in algae, so it is in high demand. So with the rising demand of this plant-based protein, algae is gaining attention as an alternative to conventional sources like soy or peas. So algal proteins are highly digestible and they contain all essential amino acids. Many companies are coming up, not in India but in abroad, and they're scaling up in the production of algae protein powders, using them in protein-rich foods such as plant-based meat alternatives. Near Agra, there is a place, Jaipur, in Rajasthan. Many people are using algae for bakery purposes. They are using many varieties of algae in making cookies, biscuits, breads, and other things. Apart from this is a very good feed for aquaculture purposes. The algae's role in aquaculture feed is expanding, replacing fish meal, which is often unsustainable. So algae-based feed not only promotes sustainable practices, but can also enhance the nutritional value. So whatever is there as fish or some other animals, it is a very good food. Additionally, algae omega-3 fatty acids are beneficial for human health, and there is ongoing researches into optimizing algae strain for maximum nutrition benefits. One other field, which is biofortification, it involves increasing the nutrient contents of crop through traditional breeding or innovative methods. Nowadays, we have been noticing that many adulterations are coming, many chemical fertilizers are coming, which are destroying our soil. They are making our soil sick, and the produce are also getting infected or affected by such things. So algae is playing very good role. So algae-based biofortification is gaining attention as it offers a way to enrich staple crop with essential nutrients such as iodine, iron, and vitamin D directly from algae. Biorefinery and circular economy. So algae cultivation in biorefineries is growing trend where algae are produced alongside our sustainable byproducts. These byproducts including algal oil, carbohydrates, and pigments can be utilized in a variety of applications from food additives and supplements to biofuel and biodegradable plastics. This circular approach contributes to a more sustainable food system. For this purpose, uh, it is a cottage industry also in the countries where there are not many coastal areas, especially in Japan and China. It is a cottage industry. So many tribal people, they are cultivating algae in nearby ponds or lagoons or nearby seashores, so that it is beneficial for their livelihood also. And they know the importance of algae. They are producing biofertilizers. They are producing algae for many consumptions for edible purposes, and the countries which are little developed and they know much about algae, they are using algae for biofuels. The diesel which is obtained from algae it is far better than the diesel we get from the petrol pump or through chemical processes. So seaweed as a staple, as a food staple, the seaweed, a type of macroalgae, has long been part of diet in Asia and is gaining recognition in other regions. The global demand for seaweed-based food, such as sushi. Sushi is very popular in Japan. Sushi wraps and snacks is increasing due to its health benefits. Obviously, they are rich in iodine, calcium, and fibers, which are very much required for our body. So, seaweeds cultivation require mineral land use, uh, does not need fresh water and absorb carbon, making it a highly sustainable option. As far as their cultivation is concerned, although it is not very easy, it requires lot many apparatus, lot many things, lot many control conditions, but they can be produced in two ways, closed and open. So closed is little expensive. When the things are to be produced at low scale, so they are cultivated or cultured in lab conditions. And when they are cultivated at a large scale, generally they are cultivated along the seashore or wherever the seawater is available. And generally it is produced for the production of biofertilizers, production of biofuels, and A major role of algae is in pharmaceuticals and cosmetic industries too. Now there is a trend coming up that people are moving from non-vegetarian to vegetarian. So as consumers move towards vegan, the plant-based diet, algae is becoming a key ingredient in functional foods. Algae is used in creating fortified uh, dairy alternatives such as algal-based cheeses, vegan omega-3 supplements, and algae-infused snacks, offering both nutrition and functional benefits. So now the trend is there, and lot many research are coming, and lot many researches are being done in developed countries, and they are exploring their techniques to other countries also. In India also, lot many people are taking initiative, especially in southern India. So these techniques are getting popularity since the algae is becoming very popular because of its high contents. So innovative techniques for large-scale algae cultivation are rapidly evolving. Researchers are exploring new systems like vertical farming, offshore algae farms, and integrated multi-trophic aquaculture, which uses different species of algae and fish together to reduce waste and optimize resources. These methods reduce land and freshwater use and lower carbon footprints. So algae are also used in plant-based beverages. Algae is being incorporated in a variety of plant-based beverages such as smoothies, juices, and even algae-infused coffee. Algal oil can be used as a source of healthy fats like omega-3s in dairy-free products. Algae's ability to be integrated into existing food products makes it a versatile ingredient. So there is a need uh, for consumers for awareness and education. When we talk about algae, we generally feel that it is a waste, it is of no use, it is creating harms, or it doesn't have a good smell, and look-wise also it is not very impressive, not very elegant. So, as you know, the study of algae is phycology. So the ficos means seaweed. So when the researchers were not there, the people were not aware of this algae, it was considered that it is simply a weed which is found in sea. But as the research continues, now the trend is changed, the psychology of humans are changed. It seems that it is going to be a very useful group of plants, minor plants in the world. That in the very beginning I told you that the US give this slogan a long back, that future food for the universe, because the there is the scarcity of lands now. Lands are being converted into uh, high rises because of urbanization and overpopulation. And since we have two-thirds of water uh, on the surface of the earth, so algae can play a very vital role. So there is a need for its awareness and to educate people. So as the awareness of algae is a superfood increases, consumers' education is crucial to expand its acceptance. So campaigns and product marketing are beginning to highlight algae's environment benefits, versatility, and health properties, helping to overcome consumer dubiousness. So there is a need to make the public aware and to educate. And nowadays, lot many projects are coming up. The governments are also after this. Lot many acts have been made, especially in abroad, about the culturing of algae, and people are getting aware. Many food products are already available in the market. Even in India, we are using many products which are coming in the form of Ayurvedic preparations or homeopathic preparation, or even not many medicines are made up of contents of many algae. So since it is very good for health and their sustainability aspects is food based, so marketing efforts are also being there, and the studies are being built for the people. So there is a need to make this awareness and to educate the people. So there are many challenges and opportunity. So for scaling up production while maintaining sustainability, I told you lot much materials and money is required for this purpose. So and consumer acceptance and overcoming taste and texture barriers are also there. Um Generally, we don't like the taste of algae, but if I if I tell you that we people are using algae regularly in the form of many creams which we put on our faces in the way in many products, cosmetic products we are using it, as well as in medicines also. Mm. So there are many opportunities for expanding algae's presence in mainstream food markets, and further innovation is also required for cultivation and its food development. So we can conclude like this that algae has a great potential since it is a nutrient dense sustainable solution to food security challenges, plays a critical role in creating a more sustainable and resilient global food system. So the future is very bright as algae-based food product continues to grow. It will definitely help to reduce environmental footprints and improve global nutrition. So these trends highlight algae's potential to contribute to sustainable food system while offering diverse health benefits. The continued innovation production methods, coupled with the increasing consumer demand for eco-friendly and nutrient-dense food, could position algae as a staple food in future diets. So this was all about my presentation. I hope you like it.
Thank you, sir, for introducing us to the world of algae and also sharing about the versatile use of algae in today's world. You also pointed out how we can aim to sustainability can be achieved by introducing research based on algae. Algae can be used in medicines, food chains, nutrients, biofuels, biofortification, biorefinery. As seaweed, microalgae can be used. It is an alternative source for vegans. Thank you, sir, for sharing multifacets of algae and how this can bring change and we can move towards high sustainability. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful presentation. We are
Thank,
overwhelmed to have you here, sir. Thank you.
thank you so much.
So,
Thanks to
with
all.
due permission of you, can we begin the session and start presentation of papers?
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Sure. Go ahead. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Mariam Begheri to share her presentation, and I request her to keep the time limit in mind. Thank you.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
Just
Greetings.
yes.
Greetings.
Can you hear me? I'm audible.
Yes, I can hear you.
So I have a question. Can I connect with two device with my phone and my computer, or I have to just choose one of them?
Yes, you can do it. But you have to keep one of them mute. Otherwise, it will echo.
Oh, okay. So because it's on my phone, I will go out and come in again with my computer. Is it okay?
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Rachita ma'am, I think till she comes, we should discuss regarding the fruitful uh, occurrence of the this seminar, and we are really excited that our seminars from it we are getting a lot. I think our students too much beneficial with regard to this seminar, and there are I think the previous session. I mean to say the previous session, previous presentation, Dr. Sir presented algae food. So it
Yes.
is new for me, and I am too much excited. And really, I got something, but I need much more. So I'll definitely go through the mail to Dr. Sir and just get the information regarding it. And I think she is coming.
Mariam, are you ready with your presentation?
If she is taking too much
Achal,
time.
are you there? Achal?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you to continue if she is having some problem? Let her settle down.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure.
So I request Achal Yadav, who is going to give her presentation on climate justice as human rights. Over to you, Achal. Please continue.
Yes, ma'am. Let me share the screen.
Sorry, I have a problem. I cannot connect with my my laptop. Is it possible to share my presentation with mobile phone or?
If you can, we are okay with it.
But I don't know how can I do the sharing.
We are starting with Achal. You can connect to the team and then you can ask them. Okay. I request team to kindly contact the person and try to sort out her problem. I request the technical team to kindly see into the matter and try to sort out the problem Mariam is facing.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, we will continue with Achal and Mariam, just get connected with me.
Yes.
So I have to send my presentation to you.
Kindly contact on WhatsApp or phone, and we shall begin with the presentation of Achal. Once you are ready, then you can.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, ma'am. I can't actually share my screen right now. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please try it. Relax and try
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
You can take help of technical team.
Yes, ma'am, sure. Please give me a minute.
Okay.
Ma'am, let me rejoin, okay?
Yes.
Is it fine?
Is Ilyas there? Ilyas is there?
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you
Hi,
are
hi,
audible.
I'm here, please. Elias is here.
Achal, you take your take, whether you want to continue or should I call other participant?
Ma'am, I would like to continue.
Okay, then please start.
Yeah, wait a sec. Am my screen is visible? Is my
No,
screen
it is
visible?
no.
Is it right now?
No, it is not.
I don't know what's happening.
Do you want to give your presentation without PPTs? We can hear that.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
So please continue.
Okay.
Is it okay for all? Please put it in chat. Achal, please start.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone, and warm welcome to all the chief guests and my fellow members. I'm Achal Yadav. I'm a philosophy graduate from University of Delhi, currently pursuing diploma in international affairs. My topic is climate justice as human right. So, well, did you know that richest 10% of the world's population is responsible for over 50% of global carbon emissions, while the poorest suffer the most? Thus, the poorest require justice, which came to be known as climate justice. The term climate justice was first used in academic literature in 1989 by Weiss in a book on intergenerational justice, a movement which emerged from the US environmental justice movement in 1960s, which emerged from the idea that historical responsibility for climate change is primarily be framed the contrast between industrialization nations that have been burning large volumes of fossil fuels, freely for centuries, and the poor regions that are most susceptible to the rising temperature has come to encompass the unequal distribution of impacts on intergenerational injustice of older generations benefiting from fossil fuels and leaving young people to deal with the consequences, which refers to the triple injustice of climate change. So, what can be the causes of climate injustice? First will be geographical injustice. According to World Bank, data collected on countries with the lowest carbon emissions per capita, where countries like Somalia, Chad, Malawi, and Niger are among those hit hardest by the climate change. Industrialized nations as well as high polluting corporations own the global south the climate debt, an idea that emerged in early 90s. Some academics and politicians have framed it as climate reparations, which links to the histories of colonialism, slavery, and exploitations. Economic inequality, climate change, and poverty form a vicious cycle. According to the latest World Bank, estimates unchecked climate change could push up to 130 million more people in the poverty over the next 10 years, and the lack of transparency and inclusion in climate negotiations and plans. So, what can be the importance for climate justice? It promotes social equality, ensures sustainable development, promotes gender equality, health and well-being, and biodiversity conservations. Can you please switch to other slide, please? Thank you. So why do we think that climate justice a human right? Because climate justice is independent on all universal rights we have. For example, right to life, right to housing, and right to health, right to opportunity, right to water and sanitations. There can be major impacts, for example, disproportionate impacts not just on vulnerable communities but intersectional societies by exacerbating existing inequalities, making them more susceptible to the effects of extreme weather events like floods, droughts, heat waves, and storms, leading to food insecurity, displacement, health issues, and economic hardship, refugee crisis, due to their limited resources and ability to adapt to changing conditions. We all think that environment is suffering, but what about the people who are suffering from the consequences and at the same time saving the environment? Let's go through a case study where I will be talking about struggles of farmers due to climate injustice. Ravi, a small-scale farmer in Maharashtra, has been cultivating wheat and pulses for decades. However, in recent years, unpredictable monsoons and extreme heat waves have devastated his crops, forcing him to take loans for irrigation. By when unexpected floods arrive, they destroy whatever little he manages to grow. Meanwhile, big agriculture businesses with access to advanced technology and subsidies thrive. The government offers little support and insurance claims take months to process. With mounting debts and no stable income, Ravi contemplates migrating to the city for labor work. But why should he leave his essential land when he is not responsible for this crisis? There are a lot of organizations and countries to mitigate such climate injustice, just like Ravi did. Examples like UNDP has supported the development and implementation of environmental and climate change laws. Gradually, countries are recognizing human rights in their nationally determined contributions. Vietnam is working with the business sector to implement the UN guiding principles on business. In Latin America and Caribbean, Panama and Argentina, working on access to informations in public and policy dialogue on environment. Turkey is providing training to young lawyers on climate justice to educate them on how to protect the rights of individuals and communities that are threatened by climate change. Can you please switch to the other slide, please?
Achal, please
Yes,
stick to
ma'am.
your time. You,
Yes, ma'am.
huh,
And such
and
that
keep it short.
recently loss damage fund was established to help particular vulnerable countries. And also in Baku and Azerbaijan, where COP29 was held. To conclude, prioritizing equitable distribution, just transition policies, climate finance mechanisms, indigenous rights, and participation is needed for climate resilient world. Considering all the policy actions, there can be a hope that it will give justice to six pillars of climate justice and sustainable development goals. climate justice is not just about environment but people. So here is my question. What can you do today to make a difference? Thank you, and I'm grateful to Pahal Horizon for wonderful opportunity.
Anyone who wants to ask questions?
May I ask a question, ma'am? May I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay. Hi, Angel. Wonderful presentation. One thing that I wanted to ask you about is you talk about climate justice, right? So that
Right,
climate
right.
justice should also exist between third world countries and first world countries. You talk about how that 10% of the rich people in the world are the ones that have the highest amount of carbon footprint, and
Right.
most of them actually exist in the first world, right? So how do you think countries like India and countries like maybe Somalia, countries like those in the Middle East that are especially war torn can have sustainable development, fight for their rights uh, in places like the Paris Agreement and other climate agreements, have some sort of climate justice against first world countries? How can these countries have some sort of sustainable development while also holding the first world countries accountable for the things that they've done, and the third world countries are getting blamed for it, and the people in the third world countries are suffering for it? How do you think so?
Uh, if I talk about the first part of the question that you mentioned, that I only mentioned about like very less amount of people. I think there are a lot of people, for example, farmers, you can say female or even male, children, also the queer community and the intersections of the society, all of them are suffering. Even we are also suffering. But we are also trying to protect the environment by our minimal efforts. The most important thing would be that the participation of people is very required. Not only the government plan will be sufficient, but also our participation is very important in the south and north hemisphere wherever it is applicable. For example, recently COP29 was held for the climate change perspective as well. We are also talking about climate resilience, climate finance, because these all are things that become very important nowadays. So these things is very important, specifically participation of the indigenous and the local people. I hope
Got
I
it.
have answered
Thank
your
you so
question.
much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anyone else? So we can ask the future uh, participant, Mariam Begheri, to share her presentation if she is ready. Is Mariam there?
Yes, yes, I'm trying to share my
Mariam, you can
yes.
begin
Can
the
you hear me?
presentation.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. I try to share. Yeah. Share screen. Uh, So is it visible? Yes.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. Um, Hello everybody. I'm Maya Malberi, World Heritage student in Brandenburg Technical University. Today, I want to talk about environmental technique that architects used in vernacular architecture. Um, Here, my case study is Abhari House. Abhari House is located in a small city west of Isfahan province in Iran. Um, Before I um, talk about the house, I want to introduce a little bit the city. It's a historic city in Iran with a history dating back over 1,000 years, located in the foothill of Zagros mountain, and it's a kind of a stepped form city, as I show in a profile here. Um, yes, and the city is so famous because of the um, water sources and because of the landscape. So here you can see the house and different layout. Um, on the ground floor and first floor, I address them where they are exactly in the photo. Um, yes. I should say that my methodology was experiential methodology. I just everything that you hear in this presentation is based on my observation in this house because I worked there for 4 years to renovate this house, and um, all idea and suggestion or discovery in this presentation is based on my observation and technical plans that I with a team I draw them with a team from Kashan University in Iran. But, about the house, Upper House built over 160 years ago during the Gachar era, uh, and it is a perfect example of vernacular design responding to the nature. Unlike modern houses built on flat artificial platforms, this house respect the landscape, the design, and the design follows the step trains, creating multiple levels that naturally regulate temperature and airflow. Um, these are technical plans that I provided. As you see in this uh, picture, it's completely follow the shape of the land, the topography of the land. When it is higher, we have only one floor, and when it goes downer, we have underground as well. Um, So in this house, we can see different yard in different level. All of them are based on the topography of the land, and I think it's a kind of environmental techniques because they don't dig land or they didn't fill it because it was so. It's a kind of wasting energy and um, maybe money. So this is the first floor of the house. We have different spaces here. Um, this red color is called Shahnishin. It's the main living part of the house, which is actually higher than others, and it's in the direction of the best sunlight. Um, so the house layout reflection both function and beauty. Spaces are positioned to make the most sunlight, um, shade and wind. It is a dialogue between architecture and nature, where every element has a purpose. Um, so, um, as you see, the red colors show the staircases. We have 4 or 5 staircases here. These stairs help the movement. We have every place is so accessible here, and it has very easy and um, um, easy access to everywhere. So this plan shows the ground floors. We have another stairs here which goes to the. We have another stairs upper down there. This place. This stairs goes there. So I want to talk more about this first floor, which is on the west side, east side of the building. This is this is a place that usually used for the grave, and it has a separated a staircase without coming to the family zone or private space. They could go upper stairs or to access upper floors. Um, but the point was so interesting about this space. We have a yard here. Um, when you are in this yard, you can see the landscape of the mountain, but you cannot see the courtyard, which is a kind of respect to the privacy of the owner of this building. Um, and there is here actually in cultural era is not something usual, but we have this circle on the face of this building, which is for pushing snow to the yard. And because the harmony is so important in this kind of building, so they have this circle to the other on the other side too. These are the decoration that used and are in this building. There are some plaster work and some painting that have some color or organic colors, and they don't harm nature, and they produce from some plants. And it's the this is the main entrance. They have some sitting places around the doors. It's for sitting people or passenger or neighbors can sit on this sitting. It's a kind of connection with urban space. So um, now I want to talk more about climate sustainable strategies to build this house. One of the most interesting aspect of the Abhari house is how it works with nature, not against it. The house is elongated toward the best sunlight, as you see. The widest side is exactly in front of the best sunlight. Um, the best sunlight to maximize warmth in winter and minimize overheating in summer. The rooms are shallow, ensuring light can reach deep inside without excessive heat buildup. The walls are extremely thick, especially as you see here, especially exterior walls. They are around 140 centimeters, while the uh, inner interior walls are a little bit smaller. Um, yes,
Mariam,
yes.
sorry to interrupt, but we face time limitation. So
Okay,
please.
I will. Yes, I will go so fast. So brighter helps control sunlight, keeping interiors shaded in summer, while allowing warmth in winter because of the position of sun is different in summer and winter. The double layered ceiling and use of earth sheltered spaces create an energy efficient design, and they use lots of mm, fire. Mm, fireplaces to warm to in every spaces, and they have a special space organization. All the doors enter to the corridors, not open spaces. Um, uh, and they have ventilation channels to right of the humidity that is so common in this area. And they have a very interesting water management. Actually, because of the shape of city features of the city, you can find everywhere streams. The streams move through house and goes to another house, and against to another stream. So we have a circular water systems, and at the end they arrive to the agricultural land and they use it there. Um, and there are some clay pots that they used for the to transfer water, and it's the details they have used in a pool to transfer water from pool to the clay pipe to then from there they transfer that to another stream. So what we can learn and what we can um, use in modern architecture. Um, Actually, modern architecture often ignores climate and landscape, relying on energy-intensive heating and cooling system. Instead, we should design with the environment, just like vernacular architecture. The use of thick walls, shaded courtyards, and natural materials offer a sustainable model for the future. Water management strategies in traditional homes can inspire contemporary urban planning, and by rediscovering traditional knowledge, we can create architecture that is not just functional but also sustainable and culturally meaningful. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Now forum is open to ask the questions related to the topic. As Mariam has introduced us to the Bari house in such a special way and make us a tour in Western room, Eastern room, bridal room, various floors. If somebody wants to ask some question, they can.
Ma'am, if I may.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. So first of all, Mariam, wonderful presentation. Congratulations. It was absolutely lovely. My question to you is that when we talk about this, I mean, what is it about, this particular, I would say, building or this particular house that motivated you such to make such a wonderful presentation? Because it's more than anything for me also personally, it's been like a tour of history, right? I mean, you go to another country and having a look of something which is so historical. So what personally motivated you to take this up, and what has been your what has been your greatest learning from all of this?
Actually, these kind of buildings are so famous because we believe that they are uh, a kind of architecture without architect. You know, they are actually we believe that they are not created; they discovered based on the climate, culture, and the land. So when I came here first time, I was so curious to know how they live there, and because it's the region is extremely cold in winter. Um, I wanted to know how what strategy they use to make this space warm. Then, step by step, during renovation and documentation of the building, I faced, many, especially about the water system. I faced many interesting strategy and solution that they used with lots of, with lots of limitation and with they were not advanced community society. They had just very basic tools to make these kind of things. So I just went through that step by step.
That's great. That's great. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, I would like to invite Multan Mohammed Ilyasi. He was supposed to present his paper in previous session, but he is presenting in this session on quantum metrology with continuous variables. A review. Over to you.
Thank you. Um, all right, so I'm trying to share my screen so that we can start. I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, you can
Yes.
continue.
Where can I do the review there? Okay. All right. So I'm sorry, I was supposed to present on the previous batch, but due to the time zone difference, escaped me. So my name is Mutala Mohammed Ilyasu, and I'm honored to be here today as part of the Pearl Winter Research Internship Program to discuss my research topic on on quantum metrology with continuous variables. And this is going to be my outline for the presentation. So in the era where precision measurement is crucial for scientific and technological advancement, quantum metrology has emerged as a game changer. It allows us to measure unprecedented accuracy, opening a new doors in environmental monitoring, energy efficiency, and resource conservation. So today, I will walk you through principles of quantum metrology with continuous variable system and their application in real-world application and how they can contribute to more sustainable future. So, um, rapid technological changes during the last couple centuries are usually described in terms of these four industrial revolutions. And we are aware of era of AI and quantum technologies, and this contributes largely to the fourth revolution, which is the revolution that's ongoing. Quantum technologies have large impact on communication and sensing and various other industries. So the last two revolutions were made possible in largely by development of quantum physics. So we know in the third revolution that we have computers, the classical computers that we are using to process our data of our environment. We used to study our environment, record parameters of our environment, which is of interest. Now we realize that when we are gathering or when we have a lot of data and then we want to process them, these classical computers tend to lack one, accuracy, and then two, it takes time for us to get the results from all this large data that we gathered from our environment. And this is where we can use quantum technology, one, to to speed up the process of our data analysis. And also, since quantum physics or quantum technologies have ability for us to study things in their smallest nature, we can also use it to study smallest changing of our environment. For example, we can use it to study our temperature environment. We know the temperature thermometers that we use a thermometer temperature sensor DTH11 and then other temperature sensors, but we realize that these sensors tend to be inaccurate when we want to measure a smallest temperature difference. And this is where we can use quantum sensing to study our environment, so we can measure a smallest change in our environment. Quantum computers are powerful for us to enhance our data processing and also enhance our environmental monitoring and conservation. It also plays a lot in our transportation, where we can use quantum teleportation to actually build new technological means that will help, one, reduce pollution on our environment, help us to plan our cities more accurately. And also we can use the quantum technologies to also enhance our AI structures that we have for sustainable solutions. And also it also has application in energy efficiency. One, by our instrumentation, our instrument that we use to study this energy, we can incorporate quantum physics or quantum computing in that to enhance the measurement so that we can get accurate decision. So our classical computers mainly built on transistors, and then quantum physics provide us with understanding of material properties. This has enabled us of invention of transistors and other integrated circuits, which in turn made possible of mass production of digital electronics computers. This is followed by many actuations, which has been the main on semiconductor industries. So this graph that you see is what we call the Moore's law, which say that um, the number of transistors per chip double roughly up to 18 months. Like it double roughly within every 18 months. So you see that in the 1970s, we're having thousands of transistors per chip, and now we are doing about 10,000 or 10,000 or millions of that. And this is made possible by using what we call dope silicon. And then the basic principle of this dope silicon is where we can use quantum physics to understand it really well. And since we use transistor to build all of our classical computers, because most of our classical computers use chips or integrated circuits, and then the core of these chips or integrated circuit are transistors, which behaves as our normal switch. So it keeps information in a form of switch like zeros and ones. So here, our normal classical computers represent information on the binary scale, zeros and ones, because most of this information are processed on transistors, which is more like our normal switch that we have. So you can either have 0 or 1. 0 could be the presence of voltage, presence of something that you are studying, and then the 1 could be the absence. So the pattern of this one can use to generate every information that you want. But we have what we call parity. Parity comes in when you have large data and then you have fluctuations, which tend to make our classical computers, one, take time to solve this parity. Two, this parity can also cause inaccuracy in whatever we are interested in. This is where we can use quantum computing, which uses quantum physics to create new ways of computing. And quantum computing also involves qubits. So in qubits, in classical computers, we are having either zeros and ones, but then in qubits here, we have 0 here and then we have 1 here. And then we can have this thing exist at the same state, which is the multi-dimensional state, which we in turn we call superposition. And this is the power of quantum physics, where we can have two states exist at the same time. This will help us
Ilyas,
hello.
sorry to interrupt, but there is a time constraint. You just wind up in 2-3 minutes.
Okay. So the superposition that we have, which will give us the power of the quantum computers that we have. And then with these two, the power of computer can grow exponentially with qubits. If we use qubits in computing, the power of the computer will grow exponentially as compared to we using the classical computers, where it doubles, like um is a linear growth. So the background is quantum metrology. So when we say metrology, metrology is basically the science of measurement, and we are using quantum physics to make measurement precision beyond the classical limit that we have. And we choose to use the continuous variable system because our environment, the data that we are gathering is growing. For example, temperature is growing. It's not a discrete data system. Our gravitational waves, which we are interested in, is also growing. So it's continuous. That's why we choose the continuous variable. There will be a systems where we can use discrete variables. But since most of our parameters around us are growing, so they are continuous. So that's why we choose the continuous variables. And then, as I did talk about quantum metrology and how it can help in our sustainability by developing sensors that enhance in our monitoring, energy efficiency, and then develop a lot of measurement instruments. So the research project was how we want to see how we can use quantum physics to improve the measurement process that we have so that we can attain high accuracy and then precision. So how are we going to do that? So this were some of the problems we have in our classical measurement techniques. And how are we going to do that? So in quantum metrology or in quantum physics, we call something we call Heisenberg uncertainty, where we are either measuring the momentum or we are measuring the position. So what we do is whatever parameter that we are interested in measuring, we first prepare that parameter in momentum so that we forget about the position. So after we measure it, then we now input it into a formulas that with time I can't really explain that, like quantum Fisher information and all that, so that we can now extract the measurement that we have. This principle can use to build sensors which will help us study our environment better. So this is what I'm talking about. So after you prepare the states here, then you now pass them through all this quantum. The first one is the criminal bonds, which will now help you to set the limit. Yes, please. Hi.
You have to conclude because our resource person is waiting.
Okay, sorry. So I'm concluding. So this is a metrology. This is a method that you use to do that, and then the results compared to the classical limits. You see the trade-off down there, and then we have the feature of quantum metrology in quantum sensing and communication. And then I'll conclude by saying that the quantum physics or the quantum metrology can help us to um, enhance our precision and accuracy in our measurements. These are some of the reference. Thank you.
Thank you. Birtukan, we are taking you to the next session, and now I ask Devyansh to kindly introduce our chairperson, and then Shama ma'am can continue with the talk. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct honor to introduce Dr. Sakshi Walker, a renowned botanist and a dedicated educator with 18 years of teaching experience. Dr. Walker has spent the past decade enriching the minds of undergraduate and postgraduate students in the field of botany, fostering a deep appreciation for plant sciences. Her scholarly journey introduces the publication of 15 research papers in esteemed national and international journals too, along with authoring the insightful book Application of Remote Sensing in Environmental Studies. Dr. Walker's expertise was further recognized through an ICSR funded research project where she applied geoinformatics to promote sustainable development in India's semi-arid regions. Beyond her research, Dr. Walker has demonstrated a commitment to practical education by designing the vocational course Modern Techniques for Plant Propagation for Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University in Agra. In her role as Distinct Commissioner for Rangas at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Agra, Dr. Walker has been instrumental in promoting environmental conservation and community health initiatives. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to our next session chair, Dr. Sashi Walker. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Divyansh, for that introduction. I guess we will have to start with the session. So without any further delay, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Shama Pandey. Uh, Dr. Shama Pandey is an associate professor in the Department of Education, 𝐀𝐲𝐮𝐬𝐭𝐚, University, Bareilly, India. Dr. Pandey has done her DPhil in education from the University of Allahabad in the year 2009. She has expertise in ICT-based teaching, machine learning, and AI in education. She has been into innovative teaching methodologies for nearly 18 years. She was awarded SRF in the year 2002. She has also mentored 15 MET dissertations and PhDs, 8 book chapters, and led 3 major funded research projects, which have been supported by ICSSR and UGC. She has many edited books to her credit, including one in research methodology. Additionally, she has edited international books on mobile teaching and learning, published by Springer and IGI. Springer, obviously, the publications from Singapore and New York, and IGI being the publication from USA. It's a delight to have such a leading figure among us, and with such an extensive background in digital learning. It's a privilege to welcome ma'am. So without any further delay, I would like to hand over our microphone to the keynote speaker, Dr. Shama Pandey.
Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, I would like to extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to the organizers for giving me such a nice opportunity to express my thoughts among you. I would like to share my presentation. So I am trying to share my PPT among you. Please, Microsoft would like to report. Okay. Is my PPT visible?
No, ma'am, not yet. Have you choose the share option, ma'am?
Yes. Once again, I am trying. PowerPoint Live. Browse my computer.
किससे बात कर रही हो?
Now it's visible?
No, no, ma'am.
Not yet, ma'am.
Kindly try to reshare.
Okay.
Stop sharing and then reshare.
Facing some trouble.
Okay, just go to share button in the Microsoft. Hello.
Yes.
Just click on the share.
Yes.
And then you'll get this screen and window option. If you click the share, then you will get the screen and window option. Presenter mode, screen, window.
But in my screen, there is no option like that.
Okay. Ma'am, can you share your presentation? I mean,
yes. Yes.
Ask ma'am to mail her presentation.
Yes, I am sending my mail to Dr. Neetu.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. But
yes,
open your screen. मेल कर
It is share. It's a blank. The page is blank.
Hello.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes. नहीं हमने वो हेलो शायद आप
Yes,
देख हाँ ठीक ठीक ओके Now let's start. Today's my topic is green pedagogy and sustainable future. So I'm going to start. So first of all, it is very important to understand what is green pedagogy and the initiation of green pedagogy. The green pedagogy was basically developed at University College for Agrarian and Environmental Pedagogy in Vienna as a way of promoting a strong sustainability mindset in a learner. This approach helps learners discover and explore their values. It provokes emotions to deepen understanding and engagement. It broadens perspectives, encouraging learners to consider different viewpoints. It highlights the importance of various stakeholders in sustainability, and green pedagogy guides learners towards a practical and achievable vision. So it focuses it on applying knowledge locally while thinking globally, like a global approach. To broaden understanding for green pedagogy, I would like to give here some definitions of green pedagogy. First definition was given by Preston in 2013. Green pedagogy involves instructing and leading the learners to exercise critical thinking on environmental phenomena and activities. And then after a long, in 2023, Hagag has given a definition. Green pedagogy is a permanent process in which individuals and communities become aware of their environment and learn the knowledge, values, skills, and determination to act individually and collectively to solve present and future ecological problems. So these definitions highlight the multifaceted nature of green pedagogy, encompassing critical thinking, continuous learning, and
Sorry,
the
ma'am. Sorry to
integration
interrupt.
of.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry to interrupt you. Are you
Yes.
changing your slides?
No. It's
Okay.
the first slide.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Critical thinking, continuous learning, and the integration of environmental themes across various educational contexts. So, green pedagogy. Now, green pedagogy is an educational approach that emphasizes environmental awareness, sustainability, and critical engagement with ecological issues. It aims to equip individuals and communities with the knowledge, values, and skills necessary to address present and future environmental challenges. So, here it is imperative to learn about the framework for green pedagogy. So green pedagogy is a 6-step framework designed to integrate sustainability into education. It is adaptable across different educational levels and disciplines, both academic and vocational. Students not only gain knowledge about sustainability, but also apply it in real world context. So the approach emphasizes practical action, allowing learners to make a direct impact on their environment. So This method promotes empowerment and personal growth, preventing feelings of happiness in the face of global challenges. Here, I would like to explain green pedagogy in practice, how it will turn into actionable approach. So you can here in this diagram, you can see we should start with understanding sustainability. To take an actionable approach to sustainability, start with understanding sustainability by exploring environmental, social, and economic factors. So here is a need to explore real world issues. Then issues like climate change and resource depletion to identify key challenges. Next, we need to develop solutions through innovative thinking and collaboration. Then, next step, apply learning in practice by implementing strategies in real world context. Continuously reflect on local impact to assess effectiveness and then refine approaches. Finally, envision future change by fostering long-term commitment to a sustainable future. About the sustainability approach of green pedagogy. Green pedagogy as other sustainability approach is based on an onion model of well-being that assumes that economic well-being is dependent on social justice. You can see this, which in turn is dependent on environmental well-being. Then we come to the objectives of green pedagogy.
Ma'am, I'm sorry to interrupt. I think now the slides are moving, right?
Yes.
But I don't feel so we can see the moving slides. Is that so, or is it only on my screen? Okay. Now we can see.
Should I connect
Please,
in
yes.
another system to look?
No, ma'am. No, now we can see, ma'am. Please go ahead. Thank you.
I am in about to add slide.
Yes, ma'am. Slide is objectives of green pedagogy.
Yes, yes. Objectives of green
Sure.
pedagogy. Okay. So continue.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Green pedagogies. Green pedagogy goes beyond just learning facts and skills. It focuses on shaping long-term attitudes and mindsets. Attitudes include both values, personal beliefs, and collaborative skills, working with others. And the goal is to promote deep learning about sustainability by encouraging students to reflect on their actions. Everyday activities like preparing a meal in a home, economics class are examined for their impact on sustainability. By understanding these choices, students align their actions with their values to support sustainability. These sustainable habits extend to home, work, and community, becoming lifelong sustainability competences. In green pedagogy, this is manifested through the way in which students learn through the deconstruction, reconstruction, and reflection of a specific problem. Here you can see through this picture how deconstruction, reconstruction, and reflection of a specific problem can work. So there is a need to learn about pedagogical aspects of green pedagogy. So green pedagogy integrates sustainability into education through student-centered, action-oriented, and reflective learning approaches. Below are its key pedagogical aspects. First, experiential learning. It emphasizes learning by doing, allowing students to engage in real-world sustainability challenges. This approach encourages hands-on projects related to environmental and social issues. And next, interdisciplinary approach. This approach combines knowledge from various disciplines, science, social studies, economics, etc. And this approach helps learners understand the interconnectedness of environmental, social, and economic sustainability. And next, problem-based learning. This approach encourages students to identify real-world sustainability issues and develop practical solutions and foster critical thinking and decision-making skills. Next approach is value-based learning. This approach connects sustainability topics with students' emotions and personal values and encourages empathy, ethical responsibility, and motivation for sustainable action. And next approach is action-oriented learning. This approach focuses on active participation rather than passive knowledge absorption. This approach encourages students to apply their learning in their local environment. Reflection and metacognition. In this approach, teachers guide learners to reflect on their actions and impact on sustainability. And this approach helps in developing a sustainability mindset through personal and social reflection. And then community engagement and collaboration approach. This approach encourages working with local communities to implement sustainable practices, and it promotes teamwork, dialogue, and collaboration among students, educators, and stakeholders. Next approach, global approach. It combines global and local thinking. And this approach integrates global sustainability challenges with local solutions. This approach encourages to see how their local actions contribute to global sustainability. Next, ethical and responsible decision making. In this approach, teacher can encourage ethical reasoning when making choices about environmental and social sustainability. And this approach helps learners understand the long-term consequences of their decisions. Next, competency-based education develops key sustainability competencies such as system thinking, future-oriented thinking, and responsible citizenship. This pedagogical approach ensures that green pedagogy empowers learners to become proactive agents of sustainable change, equipping them with the knowledge, skills, and values to create a sustainable future. Now, significance of green pedagogy. Green pedagogy promotes environmental awareness. It helps students understand the impact of human activities on the environment and fosters a sense of responsibility towards sustainable practices. Green pedagogy encourages sustainable thinking. It develops critical thinking and decision-making skills, enabling learners to make informed choices that contribute to environmental sustainability and supports interdisciplinary learning. Green pedagogy integrates concepts from science, social science, economics, and ethics, promoting a holistic approach to educate. Enhance experiential learning. Emphasizing hands-on activities like gardening, recycling projects, and field studies, this pedagogy allows learners to engage real-world environmental issues. Civic engagement. By involving students in sustainability initiatives, green pedagogy nurtures active citizenship and commitment to community-based environmental actions. Aligns with global sustainability goals. It supports the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly Goal 4, related to quality education, and Goal 13, climate actions, by incorporating sustainable education practices. And then prepares future leaders. Green pedagogy cultivates leadership and innovation in sustainability related fields, ensuring that future professionals prioritize eco-friendly solutions. Now, green pedagogy in teaching learning practices. So green pedagogy empowers students to acquire competency in preparing themselves for an unknown future through learning activities. In the complex situations, from the pedagogic point of view, methods are rooted there that lead to a goal. There is no single exact way, but there are various ways that depend on the topic, teachers, learners, time, and available resources. In this regard, the green pedagogy also engages the teachers and learners, but most importantly, it involves the environment. 6 major thrust areas are very much attached to the teaching learning situation regarding the green pedagogy. They are as given here. Formation of a community through cooperation, contingency, operations or activity, reflection, irritation, and emotions. Now, pedagogical foundations. Green pedagogy is based on some pedagogical foundations, many of which are interlinked transdisciplinary. Second, contingency. Third, restructuring linear paradigms. And fourth, systematic thinking. And fifth, meta thinking. I will not go on detail. So I will discuss here pedagogical examples of green pedagogy. So green pedagogy promotes sustainability through practical, student-centered and interdisciplinary learning experiences. Here are some specific examples of how green pedagogy can contribute to helping the environment in the teaching learning environment. So we will start with green entrepreneurship. What activity can be done in the classroom? Students create business ideas based on sustainable products or services like eco-friendly packaging, sustainable fashion. And what would be the learning outcome? Developing innovation, problem-solving skills, and ethical entrepreneurship in a green economy. And design. Activity: creating eco-friendly art using recycled materials or designing sustainable fashion pieces. And learning outcome: promoting creativity, resourcefulness, and environmental responsibility in designing. Next subject we can choose here: sustainable food and nutrition, home economics and science. And activity, what we can take: students analyze the carbon footprint of their meals, identify local food sources, and prepare a sustainable meal. And what can be learning outcomes? Understanding sustainable consumption, food waste reduction, and ethical food choices. Next subject: school, garden, or urban farming. Subject: biology and environmental science. And activity: students plant and maintain a school garden, learning about biodiversity, composting, and organic farming. And learning outcome: hands-on experience in ecological sustainability, soil conservation, and responsible resource use. And next, mathematics and geography. And objective: sustainable transportation initiative. And activity, what we can choose: conducting a survey on students' commuting habits and proposing eco-friendly alternatives like cycling or carpooling. And learning outcome: applications of statistical analysis, understanding carbon footprint, and promoting sustainable mobility. And then next subject: chemistry and environmental science. Subject may be topic may be water conservation project. Activity: investigating water wastage in school, designing rainwater harvesting models, or testing local water quality. And supposed learning outcome: understanding the water cycle, responsible water uses, and impact of pollution on ecosystem. And these pedagogical examples of green pedagogy integrate active learning, real-world application, and sustainability education, ensuring that students not only learn about sustainability but also contribute to it through action. And green pedagogy and a sustainable future. Green pedagogy plays a crucial role in shaping a sustainable future by embedding environmental consciousness, critical thinking, and responsible action into education. The connection between...
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt you once again, but the slides are not moving. We are still on slide number 8, objectives of green pedagogy.
I am about to complete. Now,
No, ma'am. Yes, now we can see. Slide number 25.
Yes.
Ma'am, please go ahead.
Okay. Now, green pedagogy and sustainable future. Green pedagogy plays a crucial role in shaping a sustainable future by embedding environmental consciousness, critical thinking, and responsible action into education. The connection between green pedagogy and a sustainable future can be understood through the following key aspects. Fostering environmental awareness, green pedagogy educates students about ecological challenges such as climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution. It helps learners understand the interdependence of human activities and the environment, leading the eco-conscious behavior. Promoting action-oriented learning. Unlike traditional learning, green pedagogy emphasizes practical application of sustainability principles. Students engage in projects such as waste management, urban gardening, and renewable energy initiatives directly contributing to sustainability. Developing sustainability competencies. Green pedagogy aligned with the UNESCO Sustainability Education Framework, developing skills like system thinking, problem solving, and ethical decision making. Learners acquire competencies that help them tackle real world sustainability challenges in their personal and professional lives. Encouraging a global mindset. Green pedagogy integrates local environmental issues with global sustainability goals, making learning relevant and actionable. It empowers learners to apply global sustainability principles to solve local challenges, fostering responsible citizenship and instilling values and behavioral changes. By engaging students in reflective learning, green pedagogy encourages long-term shifts in attitudes and lifestyles choices. Learners develop sustainable habits such as conserving resources, supporting ethical consumption, and reducing carbon footprints. Building resilient and sustainable communities. Education through green pedagogy strengthens community engagement and collaborative problem solving. Students work with local stakeholders, NGOs, and policymakers, promoting inclusive and sustainable development. And then supporting green innovation and entrepreneurship. Green pedagogy inspires learners to explore eco-friendly innovations such as sustainable technologies, green businesses, and circular economy models. This contributes to the growth of green industries and supports economic sustainability. Aligning with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, green pedagogy supports SDGs, especially Goal 4, quality education through sustainability focused learning, and Goal 12, responsible consumption and production, Goal 13, climate action, and Goal 15, life and land through conservation education. By integrating sustainability in education, green pedagogy helps achieve these global targets. So, green pedagogy is a powerful educational framework that bridges learning and sustainability action by fostering knowledge, skills, values, and active participation. It prepares learners to become agents of change, ensuring a sustainable and resilient future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that very enlightening talk that you have given us today on green pedagogy and how could it be applied for a sustainable future. Through your talk, we came to know about the various models that we have under this topic, and also you told us about how it could be interdisciplinary and how could various subjects be interwoven together to come out with such an approach. Also, you told us about how in day to day we can encourage the students to adopt this policy, and how we can encourage them to come up with small little efforts in designing programs like use of eco-friendly maybe utensils, also garden kitchen, also of urban jungles, etc. So it was a very lightning talk, ma'am. And I think all of us have benefited with uh, your discourse. And so I would like to thank you once again on behalf of Pahal Horizon. And then I would like to invite our first um person to deliver her presentation, uh, Khushbu Agarwal. She will be giving the She will be giving her presentation on art integration in learning, a SWOT analysis.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. I'm Khushbu Agarwal. I'm a research scholar from the 𝐈𝐴 Institute, Agra, India. And my topic is uh, art integration in learning, a SWOT analysis. I'm sharing my screen. Is my screen is visible? Hello?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. अभी चल रही है. And art integration is a new approach of learning which inclusion of traditional learning. It helps the students to understand the theories in the different way of art like drama, music, visual art, etc. Any general subject can be taught with integration of art, like mathematics shapes can be taught with a piece of papers, just like history can be taught in the form of poems. If I speak like
Khushbu, I'm sorry to interrupt you. As we are a little behind schedule to the technical glitch, I would request you to please wind up within 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay, ma'am.
With your presentation. Okay.
Defining art integration, then an approach of teaching in which students construct and demonstrate understanding through an art form. Students engage in creative process which connect an art form another subject and meets involving objective in both. This definition given by Cadney Center and John F. Cadney in Center. According to this, I can say that integration of art is a connectivity, which each paradigm, which can elaborate any subject, any area to in a creative way. We can imagine more things and demonstrative nature also present in our creativity. We can show in an art form. There's some need when it is helpful to sustainable development. If we need to sustainable development, we have to integrate art in our learning. It enhances 21st century skills to create connections with real life worlds and real life experience also given by that. Build up the social and emotional relationship to develop humanities and scientific world, enhancing memory and attentions. More learning, more fruitful, makes and embracing diversity. मैं explain करूँ या there are some policies for art integration given by national, internationals, our NGOs or government organizations. First is UNESCO Framework of Art Education, given by in February 2024. According to this, holistic development is very important for us, and even the universal right to human rights, Article 23, also given by this key art integration is important. It need to integrate with uh, um, it is our fundamental right, and also integrate with the art to their educational system. Second is sustainable development SDGs goals. It also says ki, the role of culture and creativity is achieving sustainable development that directly supports as art integration in education and promotes creativity, culture, and understandings. European Union's policies, there are lots of, they're not only a one policy, but there are lots of initiatives they takes about the policies. NAP 2020, there is a Indian policies. It also emphasis about holistic development, creative thinking, imaginations, etc. National Curriculum 2023 frameworks. This also say ki art integration gives a deeper understanding to the subjects. Curriculum 2025 to 205, they also focuses recommended art covered dance, music, visual art, theater, etc. So it also integrate with learning. There are some strength real life experiences. If art integration gives real life experiences, deepen understanding, build up social connections, joyful learning, and their weaknesses are required skilled experts. We don't have many more art experts, so we need skilled. There is a main weakness of this. Difficult to fit it in present curriculum. Uh, the present curriculum most often depend on traditional teaching, and we also have a very less time to divide to work on with art integration. It is not important, so it is a big difficulty, difficult to evaluate. We don't know if we are students are taking only presenting our models, are we are difficult to choose one of them. Time taking process, there is time taking process to learn or to teach them through art integration. We have to imagine and we have to think how to connect art with a subject like history, eco. Like simply I said ki Agra is there is a different distance between Agra to Delhi. There is a 200 kilometer, but we need to show in the art form. There is a task in itself. Opportunities, it gives new opportunities, teaching training sessions, learning new technology, enhancing knowledge, enhancing social and cultural value. Threats, rigid nets, many of teachers want to teach only in a traditional way. They don't want to go on a art form. Misconceptions about art, many people think there is no future in arts. So go in 11th or 12th, the students only take art side or science side or a commerce side. There are no one goes on arts. Even many of the schools in India only prefers to give science and maths to students or commerce. Lack of awareness, focusing on traditional teaching. Conclusion, art integration is not a new term. The book, the Indian and Western philosopher and educators use this term in their books. The Western philosopher Plato, in his book, The Republic, explored his educational proposal to teach child in a specific way. In his planning, he focused first on the mental growth via child teaching music, poetry, and play method after that, and added physical growth in his education proposal. In a present era, educators are designing a new module, curriculum, and explore new way to learning subjects with art to provide deeper insight to the students. Rabindranath Tagore, I'm last with the quote, in art, man reveals himself, not his objects. It simply says that when we Imagine we are creative, then human being show his own beauty of his mind, of his heart in their art. So this is most important quotes said by Dr. Rabindranath Tagore. Thank you. And there are some references are there. Thank you. I'm trying to may I any questions, please?
Thank you, Khushbu. She has very interestingly brought out the essence of integrating arts with our main frame of learning. And the SWOT analysis was very interesting. So if there are any questions, I would encourage you to ask them quickly so that we could go ahead with the next presentation. Okay, so since there are no questions, thank you, Khushbu. We'll move on to the next presentation, which has to be given by Lavisha, and her presentation is on robotics and STEAM education, opening door of advanced content learning and scientific inquiry skills development. Lavisha, you have just say around 5 to 7 minutes. I
Yes,
would
ma'am.
just like to repeat that. Thank you.
Mm. Good afternoon. Good evening to all the members present in the international conference. My name is Lavisha, and I am a researcher at the Albag Educational Institute. I hold a master's degree in education, and I am currently pursuing a PhD specializing in the field of education. I am delighted to present my paper today on robotics and STEAM education, opening the door of advanced content learning and scientific inquiry skills. Firstly, I define what is a STEAM education. STEAM education is an approach to learning that use science, technology, engineering, and arts and mathematics as access points for guiding students' inquiry, dialogues, and critical thinking. STEAM has grown to present a unique approach to teaching and learning. STEAM emphasize collaboration, communication, researches, problem solving skills, critical thinking, creativity, and students that and skills that students need to be successful in today's world, regardless of specific interest or career goals. STEAM is directly responsible to realize that our future will be built on our capacity and innovation, inventions, and creative problem solvings. STEAM that learning applies science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths to solve a meaningful real world problem through hands-on learning and hands-on experience and creative designs. Uh, when we include robotics in STEAM education, robotics supports all STEAM subjects, and it's an innovative approach to teaching and multisensory
learnings for both primary and secondary schools. Robotics play a crucial role in early STEAM education for learning in both straightforward and subtle ways. First, robotics in STEAM education can provide a multi-sensory and experiential learning which can significantly increase capacity for learning. Using robots to teach STEAM can also help children understand how technology can be used to solve real world problems. This is still we will answer some questions which needs to be explored in the present time. How STEAM education works with its component, which skills are developed by STEAM education, what is the role of Indian government for implementing robotics based STEAM education, is there are contribution of base robotics based learning environment for providing real life experiences of the student, and which type of challenges will be risen when implementing robotics based education. Uh, its educational significances is STEAM education also helps students develop problem solving skills valuable in the real world. It is very important that students are taught science, technology, engineering, arts, math subjects in order to be able to cope with the future. Through the foundation of STEAM education, the potential is there, the students to go on anything they wish with their careers, with the, is to be become an engineer, computer designer or doctor. With the with the design of STEAM education, they are given the opportunity to do anything like they like. STEAM education also help students develop uh, problem solving skills. STEAM education is that to encourage students to develop not only STEAM skills but also other essential skills like teamwork, leadership, empathy, and also 21st century skills. And it's develop helps building comprehensive creativity, logical thinking, scientific inquiry skills in learners. Uh, it is a in this perspective, robotics has a fantastic effect in creative child's interest in these subjects. Robotics for children mainly prioritize practical learning over theoretical and rote memorization. As a result, they develop an interest in STEAM education. Mm. There are five components of STEAM education. They are science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths. All these five components, when put together, from the concept of STEAM education. Hmm. Uh, robotics help in develop many skills also among learners as program skills, problem solving skills, communication skills, creativity, confidence, collaboration, critical thinking, soft skills, inquiry skills, etc. Uh, Enhancing effectiveness of STEAM education through robotics. Robotics program for STEAM education, create and learn robotics, brick for kids, stabilizing robotics engineering for kids, robotics toys for making STEAM learning and effectiveness में Lego Star Wars Boost, Droid Commander, Rabomax T-Rex dashboard, uh, robotics kits for enhancing effectiveness of STEAM education, Tin Care Edge, uh, Detecore, MacBold Ambot robotic kit. Now, robotics-based STEAM education for advanced learning and scientific inquiry skills. So, Role of robotics for
Lavisha,
advanced learning. Yes, ma'am.
Lavisha,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have another 2 minutes, okay, to sum up.
Okay, ma'am. Role give learners hand-on experience, help kids with learning difficulty, engaging with stimulating, help develop computational thinking, simultaneous tools. And the role of Indian government is established at a tinkering labs initiated by Niti Aayog and pre-tinkering labs and STEAM and robotics lab. Now, challenges for implementing robotics may lack of skilled teachers, lack of resources, lack of knowledge and technologies, lack of awareness. And suggestions is that financial support, awareness program, provide resources, skilled teachers, and conclusion. So we have that what is STEAM education, what is robotics, and the role of the both in education. They make education effectively combining together and helps to develop the skill for learners. Challenges of teaching STEAM education through robotics can and their suggestions. In Indian education system, the education should include the robotics based technology in primary classes. Also, knowledge of AI should be given in the primary classes so that the student do not face any problem in higher classes. This is how we can motivate the students to develop scientific inquiry skills of the learners. Thank you, ma'am.
Lavisha, presentation very well made on STEAM education, the form of STEAM being science, technology, engineering, art, mathematics, and how can we how should we implement robotics to support the STEAM education? What all does it develop in a student, in a young student? How should it be implemented? And what are the toys and kits and programs, etc.? Are there any questions? Kindly, if there are any questions, kindly raise them.
Can I? Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, Lavis, a very good presentation. I want to know, as an educator, what strategies can we employ to integrate robotics and STEAM as in our education with other subjects? As in this topic, you already only focused on the STEAM education. So how we can integrate it with other subjects?
Um, educators can incorporate STEAM into existing curriculum में add कर सकते हैं by cross-disciplinary projects, integrating robotics and coding with subjects like mathematics, language arts, and social studies. These approaches can help students make a connection between these subjects, other subjects, develop a broader understanding to complex issues, and foster a more holistic and comprehensive educational experience.
Ma'am, can I go next? Hello.
Yes, you want to ask another question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay,
You
so
may.
I'll make it brief as possible. First of all, very nice presentation, Lavisha. And my question is that, so I am a student of political science interested in the policy field. So as you said that STEAM is including arts as well. So as a student in political science interested in policy analysis, how can robotics help me in doing this?
Can you please repeat your question?
Okay, my question is very simple. I'm a student of political science, interested in the policy field. So my question is very simple that how can robotics, or let's say, yeah, robotics help me in, help me in understanding.
Political science.
Yes.
Okay. जैसे मैंने बताया कि रोबोटिक्स के थ्रू हम सारे सब्जेक्ट्स को जो है पढ़ा सकते हैं। उसके लिए कोई भी सब्जेक्ट हो, अगर हमें पॉलिटिक्स भी, जैसे मैंने इस टीम में ऐड किया रोबोटिक्स को, तो उसमें आर्ट्स, मैथ, साइंस सारे सब्जेक्ट्स जो है इंक्लूड्स हो गए, तो उसमें रोबोटिक्स भी पॉलिटिकल साइंस भी इंक्लूड होगा। इसके लिए हम
Okay, I think what Lavisha wants to say is that interdisciplinary, I think approach is the best approach.
Interdisciplinary approaches, yes, ma'am.
It's the best. Okay, great.
Okay, ma'am.
So thank you, Lavisha. Yes, thank you for all those who raised questions. Now I would like to call the next participant, Kautilya Verma. Presentation is on information mining through AI application, sustaining research with futuristic approach. So Kautilya,
Yes,
you will
ma'am.
have, yes, you will have time till 5:10,
Okay, ma'am.
right? Please go ahead.
Okay. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Good morning, good noon, and good evening to all esteemed members present in this international conference on sustainable research. First of all, I would like to thank Pahal Horizon team for giving me this opportunity to share and gain knowledge from all of you in the field of different researches at a single platform. My name is Kautilya Verma and I am a research scholar from the 𝐈𝐬𝐺𝐿 Educational Institute, India. I hold a master's degree in education and I currently pursuing my PhD in education, focusing on the exploring the educational technology and its use for the students' engagement, educational and learning environment. Today I will present my paper on information mining through artificial intelligence for sustaining research with futuristic approach. Today I will discuss some points like introduction and present scenario of research, information mining and artificial intelligence, and what is AI application that can be used for the mining the information. And these are like the 𝐿𝐴𝐶, Research Rabbit, Consensus, and Site. And then further I will discuss the information mining through AI and sustaining how to sustain research from them, and then how it helps in creating a new horizon for research. And then I will conclude it. So first of all, we will start with this introduction. As we all know, the research is the creation of new knowledge and use of existing knowledge in a new and creative way, so that as to generate new concepts, methodologies, understandings. And also according to Creswell, he defines research is a process of steps used to collect, analyze information and increase our understanding of a topic or issue. And we all know that the research is a systematic process and iterative process, and it is based on the empirical evidence, so that we can support our findings or the results that we get from our research. And then what is the present scenario of research? As many researchers also suggest that the process of research engagement are profoundly transformative. In the transformative means that the changes in the methodologies, changes in the technology, changes in the process, changes in the way of doing the researches. And or as we know, we are today in the era of AI. The automation process in research is very largely can be seen for our literature review work, data collection, and also for our data analysis and findings. Then we can say that how the evolution of research method is turned, or we can say changes that in the from past we can see that our most of the work is done manually, that we manually go through the physical libraries and reviewing the literature. in the today's AI era, all this work is done through technological advancements, which impacts the research methodologies also. And then today is the time of AI. So the emergence of AI in research is greatly seen that the integration of artificial intelligence is revolutionizing how the research is conducted, offering enhanced capabilities for data analysis, pattern recognition, reviewing of data, and hypothesis generation. So now I came to, due to time constant, I directly come to the what is information mining. Information mining is also termed as to be or synonymously called as the data mining. It means that how we can extract the brief data from the very large databases, as it is impossible to sometimes it is very impossible to us that we can go through all the databases to extract the large knowledge. So that for this we use the technologies which I will further discuss in this session. The many researchers also suggest that the information mining continues to evolve with in ongoing research focusing on theoretical, experimental, and applied aspects, including the design and algorithms and the processes. So then what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that aims to create intelligent machines capable of performing tasks that typically requires human intelligence. This is according to the leak 2001. And then as we know today, the artificial intelligence is growing so much and in all across the industries like the healthcare, education, and the logistics and the finance, banking, hospitality, all sectors are directly or indirectly uses the AI for their research and development programs also. In my research, I explored the 4 AI applications. There are
Kautilya,
those.
please, if you could just conclude the
Okay, ma'am.
presentation.
Okay. I use the 4 AI applications. Those are 𝐿-SIT,
Have we lost connection with Kautilya? Have we lost connection with Kautilya or?
Yes, I think we lost connection.
Okay.
Hello.
Sakshi ma'am, would you like?
Okay, yeah, hello.
I think so. He's there.
Yes. Yes, Kautilya, please just if you could just conclude your talk.
Okay. So I explored the 4 AI applications through which we can, which directly or indirectly helps us in the automatic process that like for the reviewing of the literature, data analysis, and data collection. It also helps in citation the past researches which we would like to include in our research, and how it creating a new horizons for research, as all those four applications helps in improve research quality, democratizing access to knowledge that anyone can from anywhere can access those AI applications, and enhanced knowledge discovery, accelerated literature review, streamlining research workflows, and the most important part of it is to identifying the research gaps. And at last, I would like to conclude that the integration of AI applications into research for information mining represents a paradigm shift for discovery by automating and accelerating the process of data extraction, analysis, and synthesis. And here are some references. And thank you. Any questions if you can ask?
Thank you, Kautilya. I think it was very good presentation. A lot of knowledge, a lot of interesting facts about what is information mining through AI. And I hope that you would continue with your research work and continue to give our researchers, our educators, our academic clan very good research ideas. So thank you for that. And since there are no questions,
Oh,
I would like to, since there are no questions, I would like to hand over the microphone to Dr. Rachita Sharma.
okay, thank
Thank you, Sakshi. I sincerely appreciate your time and efforts in chairing this session. Your guidance and insights helped ensure a smooth and engaging discussions, and your contribution were invaluable to all of us. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us. And I request now to kindly open your cameras or windows so that we can have a group photograph. I request all to kindly open their windows so that we can have a group photograph.
Cordelia, please stop sharing your screen.
Just a minute.
So technical team, just let me
Yeah.
know when you are done with your screenshots. So
Yes, ma'am.
we can smile now because we are towards the end of this conference.
Yes, ma'am. We are done with the screenshots.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the conclusion of this international conference on sustainable research 2025, it is a moment of pride and reflection on the incredible journey we have undertaken over the past 2 days. The conference brought together a diverse group of researchers, academicians, and professionals from various disciplines, all united by a common goal to explore sustainable solutions for the future. ICSR 2025 has been an enlightened platform offering deep insight into pressing global challenges. Our esteemed speakers and presenters have shared their cutting-edge research, groundbreaking ideas, and innovative strategies. The discussion have been intellectual, stimulating, fostering an exchange of knowledge that will undoubtedly contribute to the advancement of sustainable research worldwide. Key highlights of the conference include thought-provoking keynote speeches, engaging panel discussions, and impactful research presentations. Topic ranged from environmental sustainability, technological advancements, artificial intelligence, public health, and social economic transformation. The interdisciplinary nature of the conference allowed for fruitful dialogues that bridged gap between research domain, paving the way for the future collaboration. A special acknowledgement to our esteemed editors, Dr. Yatendra Pal Singh, Dr. Neetu Singh, Dr. Akash Arya Afomia, Lokesh Kumar Sahuji, and other members of the editorial board, who played a crucial role in making this conference a success. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished guest speakers, including Professor V.K. Gangal, Solomon Etsana, Dr. Divya, 𝐾𝐲𝐮𝐬𝐡𝐢, Professor Samuel Gordon, Dr. Shama Pandey, for their invaluable contribution and insights. We sincerely appreciate the dedication of our session chair, including Dr. Pallavi Dubey, Dr. Rajan Lal, Dr. Neha Jain, Dr. Sakshi Walker, and all others who ensured the seamless flow of the discussion. A special thank you to all research presenters, Ayushi Gupta, Tuba Hasan, Yusuf Alim, Aarti Balu, Zelalem. I beg your pardon if I'm naming it not correctly. Shyama Basu Roy, Dia Rotela, D. Sashi, Shruti Singh, Abhay Dogre, Dada Calabi Pal, Mutala Muhammad, Ilyasi, Mariam, Achal Yadav, Pirtukan Gulama Tarif, Khushbu Agrawal, Lavisha, Kautilya Verma, who contributed with their innovative research and insights. We deeply appreciate the participation and enthusiasm of our attendees, whose engagement made this conference truly dynamic and impactful. Further, we extend our gratitude to the technical team, the Pahal Horizon Student Council, including members Devyansh, Neha, Niharika Kumari, Vanshika, Jarvi, Priyanka, and all diligent interns, Megha Rana, Suhani, Shraddha, Rohit, for their unwavering support behind the scenes. Their efforts ensured the smooth execution of this conference and made it remarkable success. We also acknowledge the contribution of the evaluation committee members, Pia Chopra, News, Hogba, Titas Chakrabarti, and Gloria, whose meticulous assessments were invaluable. As we officially close ICSR 2025, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every participant who engaged throughout. Provoking questions and enthusiasm have been the driving force behind the success of this event. It is through such collaborative efforts that we can create meaningful change and progress towards a more sustainable future. Although the conference is concluding, our journey does not end here. I encourage you all to continue the discussions, build upon the idea presence, and take initiatives to implement sustainable practices in your respective fields. Let this conference serve as a catalyst for the future research, collaborations, and impactful actions. Once again, thank you for being the part of this ICSR 2025. I promise to you all that when we'll come next, we'll try to be a better one. And we hope to see you in our future editions, continuing this journey of knowledge, innovation, and sustainability. Wishing you all the best for your endeavors, safe travels, and let's keep the spirit of sustainability alive. A very big thank you to all who has supported our mission just to help the students to grow in their own ways. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.